Hey everybody, welcome back. So, this is kind of a bit of an interesting point in the game. It's not, I mean, we know where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go towards this mountain path into Calaria, but I already know for a fact that there's something on the mountain path that's actually quite difficult. So, what we're gonna do is explore a little this ghetto, and we're gonna level up because I really need to level, as obviously shown. I'm not doing too hot here. I'm not going to spend the whole video leveling. I'm going to spend a good chunk of this video exploring and then just, of course, fighting anything that comes up. And then we're going to level up more after this video, so we should hopefully be ready for the fight that I don't like.
The fight that you don't like?
The fight that I don't like. Unfortunately, Suikoden 3 contains quite a few bosses that I consider the hardest in the series. In fact, the hardest boss in the series is in this one. And it's funny because I've had a lot of people like sending me personal messages about this game, like what I think about certain things that haven't come up yet, or and one character in specific keeps coming up, and I'm like, don't worry guys, you'll see the character. I kind of need him for a fight.
Okay. Now I'm curious. But, okay.
Hey, you already know.
Huh?
You already know. Oh man, look at all that leveling. Another thing I need to do is not just to level for experience, but I need a lot of, I almost said job points. I haven't even played Final Fantasy in a while. Why did I say that? I need those training points so I can level up Ghetto's lightning magic, because that was painful. That was going to take him 2 turns to cast something that long.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah, that was pretty awful. And I really... The other thing is, Joker's got fire magic, which I don't like. And we don't have anybody with a water rune, so I need to buy a water rune. Because we kind of have Ghetto's team already formed for the next, like, 50 chapters. This is going to... Ah, you suck it. Yeah, Joker leveled. Helper just made lunch. It smells so good. Now I'm hungry. I wasn't hungry. For once, I wasn't hungry when we started recording.
But you are now?
Salad. I am now, yeah. He made taco salad and it smells really good. He's gotta go to work today. I don't have to work this weekend, haha.
That's a rare thing for you.
Yeah, especially these days. Well, the funny thing is, so my team lead works a lot of nights and weekends, and I kept telling her, and I said, it confuses me because I'm told all the time that I'm not allowed to work all these extra hours, and then she does it. So I finally told her, I said, you're just confusing me by this point. So she stopped doing it so much, and she told me the other day, she goes, oh my gosh, it's so much fun having my weekends. And I'm like, yeah, see, if you stop working during the weekends, you have more free time during the weekends. It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
She's actually been in a better mood during the weeks. Even though, I think she's in a better mood so she gets more accomplished, so she doesn't have to worry about working on the weekends. So I was like, yeah, it's funny how psychology works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever I was looking around initially for like careers and stuff like that, I was very particular about wanting to make sure I ended up at a company where those boundaries kind of would be respected, and that I would not be expected to work overtime except in exceptional circumstances, and that I'd be able to have a life. And so I've been quite pleased with the fact that I think in 5 years now I've only worked overtime 3 times.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how many. I technically don't have overtime.
Well, and all 3 times I did it was voluntary. They were like, hey, like, the client basically has more money than they know what to do with, and it would be beneficial. Well, basically that's what it was. It was like, in one of those cases, it was they need to spend it or else they lose it type of situation. Like, they had a budget, and if they didn't spend their budget, they were not going to get as much for the next fiscal year. And so they were like, they want to blow the money on us, basically. So if you want to come in and work overtime, they will be happy to pay you for it.
Nice.
And so it was kind of one of those, and I was like, sure, we could use the money, why not? So I did that twice, and then one other time I was behind on something by quite a bit and got they gave me authorization to work overtime if I wanted to. But again, it was always purely optional, and I chose to. I asked in all 3 cases. So typically, nothing.
I knew when I wanted to start a real job. I did a lot of internships because my dad forced me to. I didn't get jobs handed to me like someone else I knew.
Are you heard of me? I worked 3 internships.
Yeah, but they were all given to you.
That's not true at all.
I had to interview for mine.
I had to interview for my first 2. My third one I did. Actually, my third one I had to interview too, but I was already hired on, which is weird.
Anyways.
Okay, that one I will give you. That one, when a VP of the company calls you up out of the blue and is like, "Hey, you want a job? I'll give it to you." That's being handed on a silver platter. So.
Anyways, one of my internships was back when I wanted to be a semiconductor engineer, and it was at AMD. I have nothing against AMD. It wasn't a bad job, but it taught me one thing. I don't do well in environments where I'm bound by a billion strict rules. I'm not joking. I had to fill out a form to go to the bathroom more than, I was allowed 4 bathroom breaks. I had to sign a form if I had to go to the bathroom more than 4 times. And I can tell you as a woman, there are going to be times I have to go to the bathroom more than 4 times in one day. And you had to sign paperwork if you have to go to the doctor's office, and you had to sign paperwork, and it was just, I hated it. And I wasn't allowed to eat at my desk during lunch. I got reprimanded so many times for being caught at my desk eating lunch. And it's not the fact that I was even working, it's the fact that the break room was really loud. And of course, at the time I didn't understand that's what was bothering me. I do now, but I just couldn't stand it. And I was like, I'm not working at my desk, I promise. I'm just sitting here. And they're like, you can't work at your desk. And I couldn't stand that type of environment. And so what ended up happening was, the job I got now, it ended up being the complete opposite because it was a startup. And so there were no rules. And the downside, of course, is what Icon was saying, is, it wasn't really an established company yet. So I had no idea what my hours were going to be. And so I averaged 9 to 10 hour days for a while, and then there were quite a few times, I'd say there were about half a dozen times I didn't even go home. I would stay there for I think the longest I ever stayed at work was over 48 hours. Because we had a problem and I could not go home until it was solved, because there weren't that many of us. It's obviously gotten better. I don't have to do that. I mean, I was developer number 6. Now we're up to 50 or 60 developers. But, yeah, I still prefer it because I don't have to worry, if I oversleep, I don't have to worry about pulling a form, if I have to go to the bathroom, or, stuff like that. I could not stand that environment of being if I wanted to take an extra hour at work, I wouldn't be reprimanded, or if I wanted to sit in a certain chair, or if I didn't want to stay for a whole meeting, or something like that. I really like the open-endedness. The only problem is a lot of my other coworkers like it as well, and they kind of abuse it sometimes.
Yeah.
My manager used to get real upset when people abused it, because he was all like, come on guys, it's nice that we give you the room, but don't take advantage of it. But I wouldn't trade it. I would honestly keep the psychotic hours to be able to know that I can come in an hour late or take a 2-hour lunch and not have a problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was one of the things I learned from my internships. All 3 of my internships were in the space industry, and so they were all for private companies that were doing subcontracting out for the government, basically. And the one thing I learned was there was a whole lot of red tape involved, and a whole lot of kind of covering your own butt to make sure that if something really bad happens, we can blame somebody else. No, seriously. I mean, it was a lot of signing off on things, like passing the buck around. And so it's okay, I literally am trying to change 1 line of code, and I have to fill out a page of documentation, which then needs to be signed in triplicate by 3 other managers above me, who will then be responsible for committing my change of code to the server. And it was just okay, I understand why that's in place. It makes sense to me why that is in place. But this is not the sort of place where I want to work.
Yeah.
It's basically what that boils down to. It's I get it, that needs to be there, those sorts of precautions need to be in place to protect things that are vitally important. But if that's what's necessary to protect vitally important things, I just want no part of them then.
Yeah.
So, About the closest I come nowadays is one of the things they showed us when I started on my previous project at my current job. They were like, okay, so you do need to get your stuff right on this because this is what happens if you get it wrong. And they showed a video, and it was of a tanker car for a train, and the tanker car imploded.
Oh no!
And they were like, that's what happens if you get your stuff wrong, because your stuff is going to be the thing that they use to determine what parts they need to make sure that thing doesn't implode. And I'm like, oh, okay, no pressure. Or actually, there is low pressure in that situation, I suppose. But anyway, as the case may be. But yeah, I mean, I get to work on all sorts of cool things. Kind of cool echolocation stuff and pressure differentials and all sorts of fun math and physics problems. And I don't understand that much about math and physics, but I get to work on this stuff anyway, and it's a lot of fun. And it's just like, I get to have all sorts of fun, and I don't have to do all these pages and pages of documentation, and it's so much better. And same thing with you. You kind of found this job where you get to work on all sorts of variety of different things that you actually want to be working on.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more fun than kind of being
filling
stuck.
Out forms.
Yeah, filling out forms nonstop.
We found a yellow kennel. I'll explain that later. I don't want to explain it now, just in case if this is the first time you've seen this game. Yeah, I knew there was another job I knew I didn't want when I was an undergrad. So yeah, we had to take computers. We took computer science, and we had to take it wasn't really a minor. It was like a supplement kind of course. So I have to think through my words.
An elective?
Yeah, it was like an elective. And so, of course, the irony was originally Japanese was going to be my elective, so I had to take 4 Japanese courses, and we didn't have 4 Japanese courses, and they didn't allow Japanese to be an elective, and so I wrote...
I did this. You mean as a supporting field for computer science?
No, hold on, I have to finish the story.
Okay.
So, at the time, it wasn't allowed, and so I wrote this giant paper, and I did a lecture, and proved how useful it was, and then they allowed it. And then my schedule didn't allow it, so I couldn't do it. You used it. That's how that's how you found out about it, as I told you.
Yeah, you told me about the idea, and then I went and talked to them because they were like, no, you can't do Japanese. And at the time, I was still interested in the possibility of getting into the video game industry, because this is my between sophomore and junior year. And so I went in and talked to them, and I was like, look, here are the the job requirements for the jobs I'm looking at. Half them list proficiency in Japanese as a plus. And they're like, oh, well, that's actually a reasonable case for that. I'm like, thank you.
I'm wondering if you had done it right after I did that, because I wrote a 10-page paper, and I lectured to several professors, and I swayed them, and I think I had told you about it, and you went and so I think maybe you coming in too said the same thing. But and then of course the problem was my courses. We only had one sensei on campus, and so it's not like there was so many courses I could take. And so anyways, I didn't get to take Japanese, so I did, what's it called? Information professional or something in the business school.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of the courses I took was called, it was big projects or something. And the entire course was one project. There were no quizzes, no tests, no homework. That was it, one project. And you had the entire semester to do the project. And the way it worked was this other guy came in on certain days, and he was our customer. So we got to have 30 minutes with him to talk to him and show him our progress. And I learned I do never want to do consulting again. Because he was a very nice man. He was a very intelligent man. But the problem was, the funny thing is I took a lot of psychology courses. I had just started taking psychology courses, so I didn't really, not that I understand people now, but I didn't really understand them then anyways. So he would tell me what he want. I would draw up a workflow and simple images, and I'd show it to him, and he goes, yes, it's exactly what I want. We'd code it up, and 3 weeks later he goes, that's nothing what I wanted. And I go, but we agreed to it. He goes, yeah, but I changed my mind. And I go, why didn't you call me or email me? He goes, I didn't find the time. And I was like, okay, well, let's start over, and we do the whole thing again. And then he finally stopped doing that after the first 2 or 3 meetings. And so we finally got something he liked. And then he started feature creeping. That was when I learned all about feature creep. Because he started, wouldn't this be nice? Wouldn't this be cool? Let's do that. So our project, because I didn't understand no, and I still struggle with the concept of no, I did it. Our project was literally 4 times larger than everybody else's, because they all just did the bare minimum. And I was obsessed with doing what he wanted. And our project was huge. I spent so much time on this project, it was ludicrous. And of course, the way it ended was very, very badly. But I learned no consulting. Even though I actually interviewed at a consulting company because I was so desperate for a job, but I was just like, no consulting.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so in your case, the reason why it ended was not because you guys failed to do the project well. From what I understand, you did the project exceedingly well.
Yeah, we got an A, but it was because my group members were jerks and it didn't end well.
Yeah, exactly. It was group dynamics that was the problem at play. Because the rest of your teammates...
Well, so what happened was, at the beginning of the semester, I said to them, okay guys, this is my first priority, however there's a game coming out, Suikoden 5. And I said, when this game comes out, I'm stopping everything to play it for 2 whole days. I'm not doing anything but playing Suikoden 5 for 2 whole days. And we generally knew the idea of when it was coming out. And so my team agreed to it, and I said I would do everything in my power to do my stuff beforehand. Well, unfortunately for me, the game came out literally right at the end of the semester, so we were in the test phase. We had already coded everything, it was all approved by our client, we were just QAing it. And we had to write a report, but it wasn't my job to write the report because I had already done 90% of the coding, so I didn't feel I had to help with the report. So I went and played Suikoden for 2 days. Well, my teammates were very upset because I didn't show up to any meetings, and I didn't show up to help QA, and they were stressing out because the project was literally due the day after my 2 days were over, and so they all went and got drunk, got angry with me, and the next morning we came to present, they all had hangovers, so they were really angry with me, so they gave me the worst review possible for a teammate because they blamed me for being drunk. And so I got a B and everyone else got an A because they said I didn't do anything. So of course then I went and appealed it and got an A. But then I got so mad that I won my project back because at our university, all homework belonged to the university unless you asked for it back. So I asked for it back, filled out the paperwork, and got denied. And the rest of that story was, so I took them to court, university court, which I love going to. And I actually had several business professors on my side, and I still lost. Didn't get my homework back. And then 2 years later, the professor released it as his own work and put his name on it. But unfortunately, forgot to remove the code that if you right-clicked anywhere, my name showed up as the programmer. So that was a lesson in life. Don't trust people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a skeezy professor that did that, so...
He was a very skeezy professor, and there were several skeezy professors, but that's kind of a life lesson I had. It's just there's lots of types of people, you don't always win, so, oh well. Now, yes, there was a path I kept walking by. That was on purpose. I know there's a dangerous path, and to be honest, I can't remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was the one I kept skipping. You know, I need to stop saying that. I get stuck on sayings, and the newest one is to be honest. I don't even know where they came from. I said it like 400 times during my Raspberry Pi video. I need to stop saying it. I'm always honest. Don't lie. Real talk. Yeah, that's Helper's thing. I'd never even heard that term until we watched Steven Universe. They say real talk all the time in that show.
I heard they're coming with a Steven Universe RPG, kind of in the vein of Paper Mario, actually.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
I saw a video of it the other day, yeah.
I have 2 iPad games with Steven Universe, but I didn't know, like, is it a console game?
I think it's a console or PC game, I'm not sure which, but it's
Oh my gosh, no, you have to look it up right now.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it on GameSpot the other day.
Play it. I don't even care how bad it is, but play it. I'm obsessed with Steven Universe.
It sounded actually decent from what it was.
They could make a good RPG with those characters.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it looked like something in the vein of, you know, Paper Mario type of stuff. I have no idea how to find this. It's Steven Universe Save the Light, I think.
Isn't that hold on, no. That's the iPad game.
I don't think so.
Hold on. My iPad's right here, you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me open it up. I looked down, and then when I looked back up, the screen has gone black. I'm like, no, what did I do? I just put the iPad in my lap, I swear. Yeah, I know. trying to see what the name of the title. I can't read the whole title until Attack the Light is the one I have on my iPad.
Yeah, Save the Light. It's coming out this summer, and the indication so far that it's actually going to be a good game, it sounds like.
Oh my gosh, I want to play it. I'll be so mad if it's only on Steam.
I'm checking to see where it gets released. I'm reading this geek.com synopsis of it. It's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. It's an RPG that borrows a lot from Obsidian's South Park and from classic Nintendo and Square games as well. They're not shy about it. At a preview event, they were very clear about where his inspirations drew from. The combat feels like a mix of Super Mario RPG and Final Fantasy.
Well, yeah. I mean, most RPGs are.
Yeah, I know, right? Instead of being strictly turn-based, you have a reserve of stars. Each action in battle costs a certain amount of stars.
Oh, well, that's a good.
Oh, okay. And you can replenish them by waiting for a Final Fantasy active turn battle style bar to fill, or by using consumables. So, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, everything. Like I said, I saw a brief clip of it, and it looked like it was okay. Everything about this review seems to be saying it's fun. So.
Oh gosh, I want to play it. It was out. Okay, yeah, I'll probably get it on the PlayStation, I guess, because my Xbox isn't even plugged in anymore.
Yeah,
the Raspberry Pi got priority.
No Switch version is planned at this point, apparently. Sorry.
That stinks.
Well,
that's alright. I still use my PlayStation 4 for certain things, like ukulele. The last thing I played on it. We got King's Quest on there.
Let's see here. No release date announced yet, so still just summer 2017. Oh, it's a sequel to the 2015 mobile game Steven Universe Attack the Light.
Oh, well, I better finish it then, because I've been slowly playing it. I've been playing on my Raspberry Pi an awful lot. Okay, let's finally move on. Wait, how much time do we have? I'm just gonna keep going. This shouldn't take too long.
Yeah.
So let's go to Lake Castle.
Now, I actually have not played this game or seen this thing at all yet, so I know nothing about Steven Universe.
Oh, who goes there?
No one special, just us.
Evildoers.
Wow. Evildoers? We're quite the opposite, in fact. Cecil, what's going on there?
Hi, Thomas. I caught these mountain bandits.
Oh, sorry, I think it's Cecile, not Cecil.
You know, we had this discussion before, didn't we?
Of course we did.
I keep reading... It's Cecile, but I keep reading Cecil.
Yeah, Cecile. Please excuse her. It seems she misunderstood. As a master of the castle, I offer my apologies. We don't appreciate being treated like mountain bandits.
We're not even in the mountains.
Maybe it's just that scary face of yours. Why, you... So, have you come here to open a business?
What? Business? What do you mean by that?
Well, this castle has recently opened itself up for free trade. To free trade. We lease the land to people who want to open businesses. I thought maybe you came here because you had heard about it. But I guess that's not the case.
Nope, we just came here for fun.
That's a pretty strange thing for a castle to be doing. I'm surprised the Zexan Council approved that. Those greedy old men see any new business as an enemy after all.
That's really not an issue. You see, this is common land, held by both Zexan and Grassland. So it's really not the business of the Zexan Council.
She said that it's none of their business, Captain.
Paper! See for yourself, this is the record that proves it. The Zexan Guild Federation and the 6 clans of Grassland agreed to the arrangement made by the Firebringer to make this place common land, held by both Zexan and Grassland. It's two-sided.
This appears to be a legitimate document.
It is. So how about it? Do you want to open up a business and bring lots of customers here? Oh my gosh, I could totally see Ghetto opening a shop. We're not merchants. We're mercenaries.
We bring war for hire.
That could be a shop, yeah.
I see. So you're just passing through. Well, I suppose people just don't know that this is a free trade area.
Helper just yelled at me, a shop of death. Bye, Helper. Have fun at work. Have patience, Thomas. Helper says bye to you guys. As soon as word gets out, we'll be overrun with people. Is that good or bad?
Yeah, right?
Sorry, we didn't know the situation here. And here we were, getting all excited. If you still feel so bad, how about buying some of my lottery tickets? Here, here. Here, everyone.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's a pretty good idea. I hope things improve for you. Good luck as a master. Protect this place well.
I will.
This is a very interesting place.
If I know of someone who wants to set up a business, I'll tell them about this place. But don't expect too much. Thank you very much.
Alright, so this is a very interesting castle. We're on the edge of Grassland and Zexen, which is kind of hard to see on the map. That's why I showed the map in part 0, so you can get a better idea of how it's kind of on the border. So yeah, it's kind of...
It's a castle.
Yeah, it's a castle that's kind of under no one's control. It's kind of neat. Okay, there's nothing here. This is exciting.
So what I'm hearing is that...
What was the name of the castle? Did he say?
I don't think they said the name of the castle.
It's just called Lake Castle on the map.
Yeah.
There's some Zexen stuff going on in here.
I mean, if I was to give it a name... I don't know, pancake?
Oh my gosh, speaking of pancakes, so I eat a lot of cereal, and I've tried a lot of disgusting sounding cereal, but I was even taken aback by the name of this cereal I saw today was Captain Crunch. It was a blueberry pancake flavored Captain Crunch.
What? Oh, no. Why is that a thing?
Wait, what?
Why is that a thing? Why is there a blueberry...
Are you upset by this?
Why is there blueberry pancake cereal? This should not be a thing.
I did not get it because it was even a bit too much for me, and I don't really like blueberries anyway, but...
I do like blueberries, and I like pancakes, and I like blueberry pancakes, but blueberry pancake cereal, that's one step too far. I am personally offended by this, by the existence of this cereal. This should not exist.
Although I did find out that they had one of my favorite cereals of all time. It was Rice Krispie Treat cereal. I haven't had it since I was a kid, and I was really upset because it had milk in it, but I decided I didn't care, and I bought it anyway. I don't care. If it gives me a stomachache, I'm eating it. Okay, something's starting to concern me. It smells like there's something on fire in my house.
No, it's just, you're just seeing all the scorch marks on the wall there. It's making you think there's something on fire. Do we need to call it quits here?
Yeah, I need to pause the video. I'm just gonna stop the video because I'm concerned on why my house smells like it's burning. So I don't know if Helper left the stove on or something. We'll see you guys next time when we... You know what? We probably won't be here next time. I don't know. I'm gonna go and do some more leveling and take care of some runes and stuff like that between videos. So I'll see you guys after all that. Hey guys, real quick. So 2 things I forgot to mention. So back in Hugo's chapter, we had seen a ship that had been shipwrecked from a distance, and I said, oh, I've forgotten that's what the ship it was. There's actually a ship, you can see it here, that's kind of rammed into the castle, so you can see it through there. I don't really know if I can get to it right now, but I just wanted to show that. And then there's actually an important conversation that happens when we leave, and I need to show that.
Yeah,
and
it's
my
worth
house is
including.
not on fire. Everything's good.
Also worth mentioning, no cliffhangers until next week for whether or not Smappy's house burned down.
Yeah. It may have been falling apart, but that castle had some nice character. They sure are having a tough time of it, though.
Yeah, maybe common land, but I doubt the council will just let it go. By the way, Captain, did you examine that record?
What record?
The mediator cited in their document shared your name. Is there some relation?
Beats me. Oh, I can't be right, because it's a really old document, isn't it?
Yeah. By the way, where did Jock go? This seems to be becoming a common refrain.
Yeah, I wonder... Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Oh, yep, there's the ship.
Ah, the ocean. How beautiful.
Alright.
That Jacques, he's a weird one.
Let's go, let's go. Whoop. There's a new flame! Lighted Thomas pedestal. Select Thomas's story next time.
Interesting.
Sweet. So now we have the option to see what's going on with Thomas, the guy who seems to be the owner of this castle.
Master
All
of
right,
the castle.
so good point.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, we'll see you guys next time for real. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.